News can mean many things. Sometimes it means information, sometimes it is opinion, and sometimes it is plain noise. This is Indie Radio Earthing, news with its ears to the ground, where you get the news and the views and never the noise. Monsoon arrived early in India this year, essentially ruining everyone's last week of the summer plans. But it's not just early, it's also much more intense than what is expected at around this time of the year. So much so that several parts of the states on India's west coast have been issued red alerts as we speak. But why has this happened and how is this going to affect us? To understand, we have with us Mr. Anupam Kashyapi, the former head of weather forecasting at India Meteorological Department, that is IMD Pune. Welcome, sir.
Namaskar and nice to see you again after a long time for interview. Yes, please carry on.
Yes, so I think the first thing that I want to ask is this monsoon? Because although it has been declared, many people still seem to be confused about it given the time of the year. So, could we say that this is monsoon? What are the signs that would show that this is indeed monsoon?
Yeah, basically onset of monsoon over Kerala used to be on 1st of June and to reach Goa and extreme southern part of Maharashtra, that used to be 5th and 6th June respectively. And to cover entire state, that used to be something around 15th of June. For Pune and Mumbai, that normal dates are 10th and 11th June. That is normal. So you have asked the signs for onset. For Kerala, there are typical signs. Say, for example, out of some stations, selected stations, 60% of the stations should record 2.5 millimeter or more rainfall in a day. So along with that, long wave radiation. So that is also to be checked. And a particular grid point. What is the zonal wind component? So these are some parameters, and especially wind pattern used to be westerly, and that used to settle up to a particular height of 600 hectopascal level. So these are some criteria. If it is fulfilled, then we are calling it monsoon. Monsoon is some kind of reversal of wind pattern during June to September, which used to happen. So this year, and this observation used to start from 10th May onward by India Meteorological Department. But usually over Andaman Nicobar side, it used to reach something around 20 of May. And to reach Kerala, it used to be 1st of June. These are the normal days. So this time it reached Andaman Nicobar Islands almost 7 days in advance. And over Kerala, prediction was 27th of May plus minus 4 days model error. That means 23 to 31st of May, it should reach, and ultimately it arrived well in advance. And then in second phase, Maharashtra also it entered a bit early. So for Pune, for Maharashtra, for Mumbai also, you have seen it is enough cloudy. So cloudy is also means your radiation. So that is also mostly cut off. Then your wind pattern westerly settled. And you have seen Pune, Mumbai both recorded 2.5 millimeter or more rain. Basically, it was far more than that one. Even Mumbai recorded extreme heavy rain. Pune also it was moderate rain. So based on that, today monsoon onset declared over Mumbai, Pune, Solapur. That is the northern limit passing through our state.
Okay, yes. As you said, monsoon came to Kerala on May 24th this year. And as you just said, its onset in Kerala is usually around June 1st. And this year it was already forecast to arrive early. That's, I think the IMD had said that it will come on May 27th, plus or minus 4 days. But we also see that it's advancing much faster than we say last year or than what is expected. It has already reached Maharashtra, and I think it said that it's reached Maharashtra around some 2 weeks ahead of its schedule. So why did this happen?
Yeah, correct. Good question. So basically, it used to happen by end of May every year. There used to be some system over Arabian Sea or Bay of Bengal. So for Maharashtra, mostly we depend on Arabian Sea current. Last few years, we have seen there used to be some system over Arabian Sea developed over developed on Arabian Sea of Kerala, Karnataka coast area. And after traveling northwestward, it used to move away from mainland. So, what is the impact of that one? That used to drag the monsoon current with that strong cyclonic flow and used to go away from mainland, disturbing monsoon current. And that's why up to Andaman recover reached in time. But Kerala, it is a bit delayed, and reaching Maharashtra, it was further delayed. This time, system happened over over Arabian Sea, East Central Arabian Sea, and it was off Karnataka, Goa coast area, and traveled northward. And after traveling, say 2 days back, it started moving towards land area. So movement was northeastward, and it developed up to depression level. So after up to depression, then it crossed the land area, and now also it is existing, but its strength has reduced, but its coverage has increased. So it is now persisting in a form of low, and location is somewhere between Madhya Maharashtra, central Madhya Maharashtra, and Marathwada. But what is happening in other years? That system prior to onset of monsoon that disturbed the monsoon current. This year, what happened? That southwesterly flow or westerly flow that was enhanced, and it penetrated more in latitude wise. Say, for example, your Mumbai Pune latitude is something 18, 19 degree north. So it penetrated up to that very fast manner. Why? Because of that depression transformed into low within mainland. And second thing is strengthening of westerlies. Strengthening of westerlies that is still persisting. And what happened? Strengthening of westerlies that created packed isover. Means there happened a huge convergence in Hindi ekatrikaran. Evam, orography wise, there is Swadri range. So that huge moisture incursion via that westerly wind, that was obstructed by Swadri range, and in windward side, say for example, Konkan full areas and Ghat areas of especially Satara, Kolhapur and Pune. So that areas, downpour was huge, even extreme heavy in isolated area. And that is the reason. So two causes are there. One is formation of low and its movement. So initially it strengthened, and now also it is continuing. And second thing, it enhanced the westerly flow from Arabian Sea, and as a result, there was a huge moisture incursion. Combined effect created this scenario, and extreme heavy rains, especially Konkan in Srinagar, Ratnagiri, Raigad, especially even in Mumbai also. And this side, Ghat areas of Satara, Kolhapur, and I feel Pune also, Ghat area will report extremely heavy rain. So that's why, as I mentioned, red alert has come in those districts as well as Ghats.
Yeah, so basically, what you're saying is the systems that usually year on year that drive monsoon away for a little bit,
Exactly.
they have this year resulted in bringing the monsoon early, and of course accompanied with other factors. And especially, I think these states, Maharashtra or Goa, Maharashtra, Kerala, is also the Western Ghats that have also aided these systems and resulted in this rainfall.
Right.
Right. So, you also mentioned that there has been extremely intense rainfall in these areas, in these parts. With all of this, we are seeing again that everyone is questioning whether the weather department, whether the IMD has not been successful in predicting this. Have they not forecast this? Has that happened, do you think? Because did IMD really fail this time? Especially, we see the rainfall in places like Mumbai, in Baramati. Mumbai recorded 295 millimeters of rainfall in 24 hours. I think Baramati also, they said that they received around a month's worth rainfall in a very short period of time. So was this not really forecast?
Actually, throughout my career, I was in IMD. IMD is like God to us. And means, yeah, basically, what they did, that I will not make any comments. a thing is two factors played role. One is that presence of that low converted into depression and then again entered in mainland, and it still today it is persisting in the form of low, and low coverage is to be huge. Second is it helps in establishing that westerlies, and westerly was very strong. Model analysis I have seen and actual also seen. Westerly strength is huge. So helped in huge moisture incursion. In previous years also we have seen that closed packed isomers that used to develop huge gradient from north to south. So that used to responsible for heavy to isolated, very evident. It is associated this time with low. So I feel extreme heavy rain can be predicted. At the same time, IMD, these stations, Mumbai, etc., they are equipped with Doppler weather radar. So initially, there may be confusion between whether it would be heavy to very heavy or extreme heavy, because extreme heavy means it is 20.204.4 millimeter in 24-hour cycle. And very heavy is also high amount of rain. Predicting that basically sometimes for Mumbai, we have to be very, very careful. But I still feel if one keep on monitoring Doppler weather radar, so in that case, uh, a good forecaster can upgrade his forecast from orange to red alert. So means heavy to very heavy and isolated extreme heavy. In my video, I have mentioned that in my tweet and your LinkedIn post, I have mentioned that even Mumbai, it may reach even up to orange or red level type of thing. So I feel IMD will do justice to that one.
Okay. You just said that it's very difficult to forecast it for Mumbai. So, what are the challenges? Why is it so challenging to forecast? Especially now, this year, you said that the things that happened this year leading to the onset of monsoon were different. So, is it challenging? And if yes, then what are those challenges?
Basically, now I am retired fellow. I can comment on whatever difficulties we have felt. We are senior scientists, but at the same time, we are accountable because ultimately we were government servant. So in that case, whatever you have to say, comment, that should be justifiable. But when you are telling it is likely to be very evident, so it should be 11.5 to 20.4 centimeter in 24-hour cycle. Sometimes it used to happen that Mumbai, not Mumbai, maybe it has happened in Raigad, not in Mumbai district. So that type of thing may happen. And in Mumbai, I've seen, means media as well as people are so prompt. So they will immediately start criticizing why it has not happened. You have given a warning for extreme heavy and it has not happened. I feel that sometimes happen. And that time, these people means a team used to think in a defensive mode. So they go for one step down. But I feel there is scope for rectification, saying Doppler reading. But in some occasions, I have seen that particular rain amount is concentrated in particular 2-3 hours only. 2-3 hours, it rain like your cloudburst type of thing. So that is really challenge. And models also sometimes fail to catch those pockets. So I feel with some time, our people would be, because the science is challenge always, and our scientific team, they are also learning. So I feel very shortly they'll be able to catch those areas also where it is a bit fluctuating their predictions.
Right. So as you said that it goes both ways. Like for example, if IMD issues a red alert and if it does not rain with that intensity, then also it backfires on IMD, and
Exactly.
so that's why the scientists are more careful. Yes, I get that. Yeah. You mentioned the reasons, the local phenomena, the local weather systems that were responsible for this early onset this year. But is it just these local, whatever the local systems that have taken place or that have been formed, or how much of an impact do you think climate change activities have had on this, or did they have any impact on this?
Yeah. First of all, let me clarify. Pre-monsoon is local activity. But this time,
Mhm.
because of that system, whatever rain, that
Mhm.
is not local. It was
Right.
you can say whatever rain your adjacent to Maharashtra, southern Maharashtra, south central Maharashtra, that is your
Mhm.
Telangana, your Karnataka. So whatever rain, that is because of these two systems. One is that presence of now it is low, or it would be further reduced to upper air cyclonic circulation, and
Mhm.
that strengthening of westerlies. So these two things, these are not local. They are
Mhm.
with mega type of thing that are affected monsoon, aggravated monsoon current this year. And as a result, monsoon came so early. Now coming to climate change aspect. Climate change, obviously climate change is there, and obviously
Mhm.
IMD has already, because IMD is a national agency, was already
Yeah.
modified onset date and withdrawal date for for country. So that is already there, and yes, you can coin it as a part of climate change. But at the same time, my humble submission would be every year monsoon used to come with some unique feature. This
Mhm.
year, monsoon will not be a copybook type of thing like previous years, and
Mhm.
in future also it will never be copied. So this time, so early onset, perhaps 19 after 1990 20 May. So this may be
Mhm.
the second occurrence. So
Oh.
it is a very nature of monsoon also. It is unique every year, but obviously it is maybe a part of climate change also. I cannot deny.
So now coming to the impact of this early onset, monsoon has started in the pretty much in the last week, before the last week of May. How does this impact agriculture? How does this impact sowing? Would it have any effect on it?
Yes, it is a very good question. So, because of my background, I can answer this one. Thing is, firstly, prior to monsoon, the crop is pre-kharif or summer type
Mhm.
crop. So, in that case, if it is early sown, likely to be harvested by end of May. So, there will be huge problem. But
Mhm.
uh, uh, for Kharif crop usually coincide with monsoon, but not fully.
Mm.
It used to start from second half of June. This time, as you said, so IMD has given prediction that it would be a bit early onset of monsoon and early progress, but still getting certified seeds, etc., in time for farmers, it would be a bit difficult because they are not yet ready. They are, if they have planned for pre-kharif summer crops, that is still in field. So that is to be harvested, then only they can plan for. But at the same time, if they plan for some kind of water harvesting or some kharif seeds, if they get, so for land preparation, etc., they can start very early and can, because this rain will continue till end of May. So in that case, they
True.
can plan for. But what I will suggest to farmers, my advice would be to them. Uh, Sorry, I should not dare to say the word advice. My suggestion should be that please wait little bit time, because this time, especially in Konkan is a rice belt mainly,
Mm.
but that side also, if that kind of extreme rain occurs, and which is happening currently, that may cause your total washout of crop. So in that case, I'll be advising you wait for some period, maybe till end of May or early June, because your season, as per your anticipation, not yet started.
Mhm.
So just wait little bit, but get ready for sowing, etc., for further planning. And then when you are getting a bit lean period, less rain activity, that time you go for sowing, etc. I feel this year there's a, and for choice of crop, I will suggest go for little bit moderate or long duration varieties, because this time it is early onset. So even June also, from very beginning you are getting time. And
Mhm.
usually in last few years we have seen October 10th, up to October 10th, you are getting good rain. So you can go for a moderate to long duration crop where your production would be more. So plan accordingly.
Something in that respect, sir, what we have seen in the past couple of years, or even more, I think, that the June rains have evaded, especially Maharashtra. We have seen that it has been raining less in June, which has affected sowing, which has affected farmers. So, this year, considering the early onset, what do you think the situation will be in the month of June?
Basically, this time, whatever rain they are getting, those
Mhm.
means for field they are getting, that is, I feel more than enough. Even soil, even on soil, it is not at all saturated. So several places you will find that it is flowing like runoff, mostly runoff. So uh, as it is, rain is continuing. So slowly that profile stored water will be good enough. And with proper planning, as I said, some kind of
Mhm.
plowing, etc., they can conserve this moisture. So if it is rice, they can store a little bit, make up some what does it? Some boundary type of mud boundary in a field. So that type of
Mhm.
thing, or other way, some little bit pulverizing the soil, make it in powder form for rice, etc. They can make the water stagnant, but not now because extreme heavy rain, it is not possible, and it will backfire. So after
Mhm.
the rain little bit recede, so reduce. So that time that they can plan for, and this profile stored moisture obviously will help at least till if it is not raining in June even, so at least 15 days or more it will help. So it is obviously boon to farmers, this early rain. But at the same time,
Right.
caution is don't go for sowing or anything at this time because there are extreme heavy rains and that may cause complete washout of your seedlings or saplings or your seeds. So wait for some
Right.
time for little bit less rain period.
Yeah, so even though it's conducive, all the conditions are conducive, caution is the key, is what you say. And talking about caution, the kind of intense rainfall that we see right now, I said it earlier also, we don't expect it at this time of the year. We have seen such rains in Maharashtra, say in July or in the first 2 weeks of August, or lately
Right.
we have been seeing them in October also due to different systems or different conditions, but we have also been seeing them in October. But we have never seen
Right.
them in this period of time. So, considering this, and we have the whole season ahead now, the next 4 months, the IMD has already said that this year it will rain more than average. What do you
Right.
suggest for this whole season this time? How do you think it will be, and what kind of alert is necessary?
Say for example, right now, red alert we have already discussed. So in those areas, especially Raigad, Ratnagiri, Shindadurg,
Mhm.
Ratnagiri, Shindadurg, that orange alert will continue for 5 days, around 4 5 days, and for Ghat areas. So during this period, nature used to be beautiful. So so many falls used to come, natural falls, waterfalls,
Right.
and so much of greeneries. So it used to attract travelers, tourists, etc. So, but that time, because of this runoff or flash flood type of thing that used to happen,
Mhm.
so they may be trapped in in some tourist spots or that kind of valley areas. So the season they have to be very careful while when there is a IMD warning or alert, especially for orange and red alert. So that time they have to be very careful. And as you said, intense spell of rain. So sometimes it used to happen. I will say when Pune also now you will see so many low-lying areas that is stagnant.
Mhm.
So and at the time of intense spell, poor visibility, slippery road, potholes, etc. It used to create huge problem. So that time, every time you have to be very careful. And as the impact of climate change, this type of thing means frequency of this kind of intense spell of rain, extremes of rain, that will happen. So
Mhm.
one has to be updated with forecast. And here what I will suggest or advise, IMD is a national agency. They are accountable. Go for that forecast and that warning also. It will be safe.
Yes, I think that should be the takeaway today. That this is monsoon. Monsoon has begun, and what we need to follow through this whole season is caution, and of course, being updated with the forecast. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for joining us today and giving us all this crucial information. It was really great to have you.
Yes, Prajakta. Thanks, and nice to talk to you. Thank you very much.
This was Indie Radio Earthing, news with its ears to the ground. For more such podcasts, subscribe to us on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Substack, and all your other favorite podcast platforms.